Meantime, now for a look at the markets, the economy. I want to bring in Eric Cantor from Moelis Company, Vice Chairman and Managing Director. He's a former House Majority Leader, of course, and Congressman of Virginia. It's great to see you this morning. Before we even get into the markets, I'd love for you to weigh in, if you could, on what we're seeing happening in China this morning and what you think it portends, not just for what's happening there, but what maybe is happening here.
Well, I think, Andrew, first of all, I think in the report we just heard, it's clear that the Communist Party in China is increasing its grip on all things, in particular in the sensitive industries. And obviously, when you have online education and the flow of information that comes from that, clearly there's an interest on the part of that government to exercise its control. And so, from what I see and what I am engaged in now in global discussions, it's clear that this decoupling that we keep hearing about is happening. And there's clearly, I think, an indication, and from Moelis & Company's standpoint, what we're seeing in the cross-border transactions coming out of China is this decoupling between the U.S. and China is resulting in more business going between China and Europe. And it's really something that we're going to have to get a hold of here in this country, because I don't think that any of the policymakers, my former colleagues in Washington, are going to want to sort of tolerate some of the actions of the Communist Party in China. But in the meantime, we have multinational companies here in the U.S. that frankly understand there's 20% of the world's population in China. So these are the kind of things that will need to be worked out. And I think the Biden administration's got its plate full when it comes to China.
Does this change the regulatory dynamic, though, in Washington in terms of how they're thinking about big technology companies, big banks in the United States? Because as we've discussed all morning, one of the big arguments around that the corporate side has made to Washington is we need to be big because we need to be able to compete with China. But if there's a crackdown on companies in China, that might change that dynamic, no?
Well, I do think that if the Communist Party in China decides that they want a global champion, it can happen. We know that. That's their system of government. We don't have a switch you can turn on in Washington, thank goodness, which would create something controlled by Washington. So I think that there are other forces, frankly, at work in Washington on the antitrust side, on the regulatory side, that are becoming clearer every day on the part of the Biden administration, where there's a big drive on the part of the left to go after big. And so it's very worrisome to me, because I do think we need competitive global champions coming from America. I think we will continue to have that, but it's going to be a struggle. And I think we are in uncharted territories when it comes to some of the regulatory proposals that are out there by the Biden administration.
What are you seeing in terms of market confidence? I always think of you and the role that you have at Moelis and the conversations you're having with CEOs as sort of a great barometer of confidence among the corporate class in terms of where we are in the economy. And, of course, with the Delta variant now raising some new questions about, bringing people back to the office and whatnot, how that confidence may or may not be shaken.
Well, I think in general, there still exists an awful lot of optimism in the C-suite and on the boards of public companies as well as in the private realm, and a lot of excitement about the reopening situation, the vaccines. Clearly, there is increasing discussion, as you suggest, around the Delta variant. But I can tell you from the market standpoint, here at Moelis & Company, we are seeing an increased momentum around M&A. And clearly, the factors that are behind that are historically low borrowing costs and strong equity prices. But there's another sort of trend that we are seeing, and that is this tremendous inflow of capital into the alternative asset managers. And these institutions are quickly becoming the dominant force in M&A in terms of increasing the scale, the velocity, and most importantly, the consistency of M&A in what we're calling now a secular growth sector in the M&A market. So right now, all the ingredients seem to be in place for a lot of tailwinds in the business community. Now, who knows what Washington's going to hand out in terms of headwinds.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.